Good, how are you?
Getting ready. Hi, so nice to meet you. My name is Simon. Hi. We're gonna get ready to start singing our opening song. So just making sure. Everybody's ready to go. Good morning. Say good morning. All right. Oh, hi. How are you? We got magic glasses here. You look like you don't feel so good, but you look so pretty. I'm so sorry. I thank you for being here. Thanks. Look at us doing things. All right. Everyone will start gearing up to get ready to sing. Eddie Watkins Jr., the door's open.
No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take the comfort in unknowing whether you've come to stay a while or just passing through. This door is open to you. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you, the God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. Come, let's be silent. Come share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come in love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Let's get it. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open. Oh, this door is open. Oh, this door is open. Said this door is open. I said this door is open to you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I just want to acknowledge each and every one of you coming out today on this rainy day, this day where it'd be just so easy to want to cuddle up under the comforter and be inside. Thank you for coming out. And if this is your first time joining us online, Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you know there's someone that might benefit from hearing today's message, go ahead and send them a text now and direct them to the CSL Visalia website, cslvisalia.org, and say, hey, why don't you watch along today? Share the message because we're going to be talking about gratitude, we're going to be talking about goodness, and we're going to be talking about forgiveness today. So get ready. Thank you for coming out. I can't wait to hear what else is going on at CSL Visalia. So here are the announcements of what's happening at CSL Visalia.
Good morning, everybody. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Welcome, all of you. I'm so glad to see you all. We have a grandson here today, and we have Janice back today, so glad to see you all. Let's talk about the announcements. So today is what I still call the board meeting, but it's now called Leadership Council meeting. All of you are welcome to come either on Zoom or in our little library after service. We'll start at 12, and you're certainly welcome to see what's going on and how we're trying to manage the center. We still have our box up here, and we're going to get somebody, and hopefully Bev, to take this to FoodLink. So let's really, and for Thanksgiving, really, let's see if we can all bring something for next Sunday and take it, because we know the food banks are suffering right now, and they can use more non-perishable foods. Let's Talk Science of Mind. It's going strong and joyful. We're finishing up CSL principles in November. And you see up there, December, we're going to go through the 4 agreements. So there's 4 Sundays in December, and we'll take one of the agreements each time. So if you have that book, you might pull it out, and we'll talk about it. You probably all know what it is. Does everybody know what it is? Yes, yes, yes. Some yes. Okay, so it's great. And Reverend Jack says there's now a 5th agreement. I don't know if we're going to talk about that one. This Wednesday is craft night. I think we're finally going to get going with our poinsettias. We've had lots of paper rolls. I brought some more, and trinkets and things to put on our boxes. So we've got to get them in the next couple of weeks. We've got to get them together because we're having our holiday fair in a couple of weeks. So the next slide shows what we need. Trash. We need everybody's trash. Paper towel rolls, toilet paper rolls, pieces of lace, ribbon, jewelry, kind of things that are still in your trinket box that you don't want anymore. We're going to make these wonderful little jewelry trinket boxes. We've got them all painted. We just need to decorate them and put things on. So I hope you'll all come 5:30 this Wednesday. We'll have fun. It's just fun to gather and do things. You don't have to have any talent to do this stuff. Although I don't know about the poinsettias. I'm still waiting to see how we're going to make poinsettias out of these paper rolls. We'll find out. And these are Christmas gifts for yourself and others. Our book table right here up on the front, Reverend Jack and Elder Pride have donated these books. These are some books they've gotten over the years, some of them from speakers that they had at their place, and they got books from them. And so great addition. It'll help either repair our old TV monitor up here or get a new one. So look them over. Donation, just a love donation to them, and all the money we take in for it will be for a new monitor or fix the monitor. We'll have them out for our Christmas fair too. So anyway, tell people there might be something that you want. There they are. There they are. Okay, I think that's the last announcement. I'll give it back to Sima.
Thank you, Donna, for filling everyone in on what we're all about. Now let's move on to who we're all about. If I could have everyone repeat the mission statement with me. Center for Spiritual Living Visalia is a place everyone comes together, connecting in love and learning how to create abundant, joyful, and peaceful lives. Thank you. Now we're going to move on to our next song, Good Times.
house tonight. It's getting late. Time marches on. It just can't wait. The clock is turning. Why hesitate? You silly boy, you can't change your fate. Let's cut the rug, little shove and jitterbug. We want the best, we won't settle for less. Don't be a drag, participate. Hands on the happy show and roller skate. Good times, these are the good times. Leave your cares behind. These are the good times. Good times. These are the good times. A new state of mind. These are the good times.
Thank you to Hope, Dawn, and Kevin for the good time feelings. And now we're going to move on to our What We Believe statements. Science of Mind has 13 What We Believe statements. Each week we look at one of them. And this week we have this one, if everybody would like to read along with me. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life of all. Thank you. Now we're going to go ahead and move over to our diversity quote. If I could call up Carol, please.
Well, I'd just be happy to have the belief statement up on the screen. What we believe is not only a belief statement, but it has a background, a history, and the words jump out at me in a way that I'd like to share with you. First of all, know that in 1927, Ernest Holmes wrote the What We Believe statements for CSL. The example that we're highlighting today is really an exercise in poetics. It sticks with you in just the same way that a short poem would stick with you. So I look at this as a literary work as well as a belief statement. Consider the repetition of the word eternal. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. So that kind of repetition is very poetic. There's also repetition, or you might say alliteration. In the initial letters of certain words, there's the guttural G, which gives a word a vocal emphasis. So we have the words goodness and givingness. There's also repetition of the initial L in loving and life. So right there in those three lines, we have a lot of poetic devices to give the statement more impact and more meaning. The eternal goodness is actually also a title of a poem. So hidden within the belief statement is the title of an entire poem by John Greenleaf Whittier, who lived from 1807 to 1892. So Ernest Holmes would most certainly have been familiar with Whittier's poem because Whittier was not just another poet. He was an American Quaker who advocated for the elimination of slavery. So when Holmes uses those words, there's sort of an echo of the Quaker sentiments in using that phrase. It was customary during Holmes' youth for students to learn to recite famous poems, and the eternal goodness was considered one of 101 famous poems chosen and published in the early 20th century. So I know about that because, it was one of my mother's favorite books. It was always beside her chair, and from time to time she would pick it up and quote from the book. And here is what the book looked like. This is not her book, unfortunately, but it looks very much like the book that she had with the same poems in it. Ernest Holmes and his brother Fenwick Holmes collaborated in writing the epic poem, The Voice Celestial. And I have a copy of that here, which if you look at it, you'll see a hidden face in it. And it's the entire book. The entire book is a very long poem that he shared with his brother. This poem, The Voice Celestial, highlights that we live in a loving universe and people are masters of their destinies. Holmes melded his religious philosophy into his work. So Holmes, the message I have for you is Holmes was both a poet and a philosophical essayist, and that is clear from the 3 lines of the belief statement. Loving kindness, loving kindness, which was the second line. You can put the, belief statement. The eternal loving kindness. Loving kindness is a well-known phrase used in the English translation of the Bible. For example, Psalm 136:1, his loving kindness is everlasting. And from Jeremiah 31:3, therefore with loving kindness I have drawn you. So it's not only poetic, it's biblical. Lastly, Holmes used an infrequently used form of the word giving. Great. Can you go back to the belief statement? Thank you. And the eternal givingness of life to all. Well, that word givingness was used by Alfred North Whitehead, who was an English mathematician and philosopher who lived from 1861 to 1947. So their lives would have overlapped. I'm quite certain that Ernest Holmes knew of Whitehead's work. So there we have it, Ernest Holmes using poetics, words seldom used, however used by Whitehead, and then tying it up into something that we can believe. So thank you to Ernest Holmes for his far-reaching intellect and spiritual understanding.
Thank you so much, Carol. You have such a peaceful energy in the way you teach, and I really appreciate that. Now, if everyone could just use that peace to stand up on your feet, and we'll all sing together the congregational song, which is Grateful for It All.
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be
Thank you so much for that. All that I am. What a how did it feel when you heard yourself say those words aloud? All that I am. What I want to remind you of today, that you are full of so many gifts, so many demonstrations of goodness, kindness, and dare I say, love. You know, one of the things that I want to invite you to consider today is that we are 11 days out from Thanksgiving. And this is the time of year when we look at this whole idea of Thanksgiving. And many of us may have had families where you would sit around the table on Thanksgiving Day, and some elder in the family would say, "Okay, and what do you have to be thankful for?" And it was like, "Oh, I'm thankful I have a roof over my head. It was like on the spot kind of thinking, well, I want to prime the pump a little bit this year. I want us to go into the season of Thanksgiving fully aware, not only of all that I am, but fully aware of all that I am grateful for, all the goodness that I can give to the world, and all that I am capable of forgiving. So that's going to be an opportunity for us. So if you're at home, I want you to get out a sheet of paper and a pen to write something down. And if you're at church today, I want you to kind of remember it. Maybe we can throw it in the chat as well. But we are going to be working on, for the next 11 days, what we call our gratitude work. And so I'm inviting you to start each and every day with, today I am grateful for ... and then finish the sentence. Today I am grateful for ... And then I want you to at least list 3 things that you are grateful for. Now, this is going to be a committed practice, because here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to think, oh, Reverend Jack, that's so nice. It's so important for us to think about the things that we're in gratitude for each day. That's a nice activity, and then not do it. No, we are committed seekers, committed explorers to understanding how our world got to be the way that it is. So that means there's some stuff that we need to do in order to make that happen. We can't just think it and think that it's going to shift. What we have to do is put our thoughts into actions. And so for the next 11 days, I want you to be committed to this process. And if you do so, if you give it your best effort for the next 11 days, I promise you, you will have an experience this Thanksgiving Day like you've not had ever before. And I want you to trust me on this. I might even offer some of you, I want you to try to prove me wrong about it. I want you to do these exercises for the next 11 days and then be able to come back and go, that didn't work, Reverend Jack. And then we'll talk about that, because I have such confidence that this process works, that I know that you'll come back and you will have seen the miracle in it. So the first thing that we're going to focus on is gratitude. And I want you to write down at least 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for each and every day. I'm grateful to have awakened this day. I'm grateful to have a roof over my head this day. I'm grateful that I have kind neighbors. Whatever comes to your mind today to be grateful for, put it down on paper. Write it down. Just don't hold it in your thoughts. Don't keep it up here. We're going to put it out into the universe as a demonstration that we are aligned with this faith, this philosophy, this way of living. And if you do that, you're going to start building a muscle of gratitude. You're building a muscle of gratitude. Think about that. You've all done some physical activity where that first day you did it, it was uncomfortable, and you struggled, you looked awkward doing it, and it's like, oh. And then you stuck to it, and the next day it was a little bit easier, and the next day it was a little bit easier. And by the fourth day, it was really easy. And then you pushed through some resistance on that fifth day, and you did it anyway, even though you didn't want to do it. And you got to feel what that was like to push through and get on the other side of it. And soon it just became second nature to you to express that daily gratitude. It's something that you did that it was like brushing your teeth. It was just automatically a part of who you are and what you do. And again, don't go for the big kahuna and the first one. Start out small. And one of the reasons why I want you to start out small doing this is that I do want you to notice the little things. I do want you to look around your universe and notice, this is a good example somebody gave when I did this class once before. They looked around at the light bulbs in their house and go, I am in gratitude for LED lights because I have not had to bring out the ladder to change a light bulb in over a year. They would have never noticed that had they not actively committed to strengthening that muscle of gratitude in their life. So be aware of that. The next one is goodness. I will express goodness this day by ... I will express goodness this day by ... Now, that is compiling that list of the 3 to 5 things each day that you are going to do for the next 11 days to be the demonstration of goodness in action. Now, this is not a time to do a little spiritual bypass and go, oh, I always do that. I'm kind. I always smile at people. Yeah, that's good. Glad you're doing all that. We're going to be actively engaged and set our focused intention for the next 11 days to be the demonstration of goodness in action. Now, what does that mean? That means not only are you going to spontaneously offer acts of kindness, but you might want to do so anonymously. You might want to do so with a way that you wouldn't normally feel comfortable doing, that you had to stretch a little bit, to strengthen that muscle of kindness or compassion. Kindness and compassion are the attributes of goodness that we want to really express this time of year. So maybe it is looking in that pantry and seeing what is mine to share with someone at the food bank, or maybe it's looking at the closet that you have in your home and going, I have some scarves, I have some gloves that I can donate to my church for the tree this Christmas so that others might have gloves and scarves to wear. Or I might pick up a new package of socks, from Walmart or Kmart, or not Kmart, they're not here anymore, Walmart or Target, so that, new socks for somebody might be just the thing that I donate to the clothing program that might help someone have warm feet this winter. What are the acts of goodness that I can do each and every day intentionally? Intentionally. Not just the ones that make me feel good, but the ones that Spirit is whispering to me to call. One of the examples that came up in our Let's Talk Science of Mind class this morning that I mentioned, checking in with a loved one every day is a demonstration of goodness. So maybe you have that circle of friends that you talk to once a day just to check in with them to know that they're okay. Or one of the things that I know in our Midwest tradition and our Southern tradition, when we say to somebody, well, give me a call, let me know you made it home okay, that you really mean it because you really do want to know that they made it home okay and that you do that and that you set that up. But if there is someone that spirit is whispering to you, check in on them. If it comes to your mind, I wonder how they're doing. I wonder if their kid is taking care of them. I wonder if they're getting to if you're wondering, find out. That spirit whispering to you to go check in, to go see, so you have that opportunity to think about that person that you want to check in with just to see how they're doing. But here's what I want to offer. Don't call and say, I'm checking in with you. You doing okay? Because what they're going to tell you, oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you. I want you to flip it a little bit. I want you to give them a call and say, I just gave you a call this evening because I needed to hear your voice. I needed to hear your voice. I rest so much better after I talk to you. Who wouldn't like to hear a message like that from a friend? So, in your act, in your demonstration of goodness for the next 11 days, I want you to think of 3 to 5 things that you can do each and every day to be the demonstration of goodness. Now, many of you will want to leave the room right now because the next one that we're going to talk about is forgiveness. I am the demonstration of forgiveness. Today I forgive dot dot dot. Now again, put that seatbelt on, buckle up. This is the one that transforms the world. We are a community that believes in forgiveness. We know that life transcends setbacks and turns them into setups for something great when we forgive. Forgiveness is a muscle. It is something that can be strengthened. Now, again, don't make the first one, I forgive my ex spouse for cheating on me 3 times. Don't go with that one yet. Start small. Start small. I forgive myself for snoozing 3 times through the alarm clock. I forgive myself for forgetting to brush my teeth this morning. I'll do better tomorrow. Start small with forgiveness, but hear yourself say out loud, I forgive dot dot dot. You're building that muscle of forgiveness. And if forgiveness is a part of your daily practice, then when that bigger thing seems to come from out of nowhere, you are already going to be in a position where you can consider forgiveness for that, because you know that there is a gift on the other side of forgiveness. I'll give you an example of what I mean about that. A few years ago, probably 4 years ago, I had a young man that worked for me. And one of the things, just because I have been in the corporate world so much, I have this idea that I start at 9 o'clock and I expect anyone working for me to start at 9 o'clock. And so I set up this schedule for this person to come into the office at 9 o'clock. And I had the list of things that we were going to accomplish that day. In the 1 year that person worked for me, they never, ever made it at 9 o'clock. And it irritated the you know what out of me. And it finally, at some point, I had to actively engage in this practice of 70 times 7 of forgiving them for not showing up on time. And when I did that, that is each day, I forgive so and so for not showing up on time. I forgive so and so for not showing up on time. Writing that down 70 times every day for 7 days, you move through some stuff. And what I came to realize in doing that exercise, they always got their work done. Their work was always done in an exceptional way where I never had to go back and check on their work to do it. And I thought, isn't that interesting? Because if I really told the truth about it, what I really wanted was the work to be done. I wanted the work to be done in an exceptional way. I wanted the work to be done in a way that I didn't have to go back and validate that the work had been done right. All of that was handled. But my ego was stuck on this 9 o'clock thing. And I had to forgive that and let it go. I had to go for the bigger thing. But that was some work I had to do 70 times 7 for 7 days. And then once I got through it, once I got on the other side of it, I went to what seemingly seemed like a random lecture. And it was a random lecture on people that suffer from ADHD. And one of the symptoms of ADHD was not being able to adhere to somebody else's expectation of a schedule. It manifested in an anxious terror within them to not be able to fulfill it and to do it. And I suddenly understood the other person a little better. I would have never gotten to that class. I would have never gotten to that understanding. I would have never gotten to that look see of how my world got to be the way that it was had I not been willing to do the forgiveness exercise. Forgiveness is the key to everything. Forgiveness is the key, as I said, from turning any setback into a setup for a much better experience. So, this is the homework assignment for the next 11 days if you're truly committed to transforming your life. If you're truly committed to wanting to live in the realm of consciousness where you take dominion over your life. Now, if you want to stay stuck in victimhood, if you want to stay stuck in that realm where life happens to you, go ahead. Stick in it and get in it and know that you're going to feel miserable on Thanksgiving Day. And that was truly what you were seeking and that was truly what you wanted to experience. But if you're like me or if you're like others in this teaching, I want to invite you to take dominion and try a new thing. Try to prove me wrong in this. Do the exercises for the next 11 days and see what happens because I know something good is going to happen when you are committed to gratitude, when you're committed to random acts of goodness, when you are committed to forgiveness. And that if anybody thinks of you by the end of this 11 days, when your name comes into their mind, what they are going to think about is, oh, she's always happy. Oh, she lives a life of gratitude. Oh, he is so good. He just does random acts of kindness. He does it without any expectation of it coming back to him. Oh, look at them. They forgive things that I could never possibly forgive. That's how we are a demonstration that this faith, this philosophy, this way of living works. And if we adopt and strengthen those muscles of gratitude, goodness, and forgiveness, we will truly manifest that peace that we sing about at the end of every service. We will truly make real that affirmation that we proclaim as a community, that we can indeed create a world that works for all. A world that works for all is born out of gratitude. It is born out of goodness. It is born out of forgiveness. So go have fun with it. I cannot wait to hear the outcome in 11 days of what you all experienced by dedicating the next 11 days to gratitude, goodness, and forgiveness. Thank you, everyone. See you on the other side. Here's some more music.
I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well. And every day I learn and pray that I'm blessed with everything I have. I release my fear, 'cause it's all so clear. I am held, I am loved, I am safe. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. Now I know what season my life grow when I trust in the process and have faith. And now I know when I just let go, I have all I'll ever need. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well, all is well.
Thank you so much. All right, we are moving forward to the giving portion of our service. If I could have my ushers please come forward. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if everyone could please read the prosperity prayer with me. Today, I expect every good thing to come to me, For I know that divine abundance is forever manifesting itself in my affairs. I am keeping my whole mind and thought and expectation open to new experiences, to happier events, to a more complete self-expression. Everything that belongs to spirit, I accept. Everything that partakes of the nature of divine reality, I claim as my own. I identify with success and I prosper in everything I do. As I give thanks for the good now flowing into my life, I gladly share that good with others. The more I give, the more I receive. I experience a deeper consciousness of peace and security, for I know that I am in the embrace of a warm, loving presence. My cup runneth over. I exist in limitless possibility. Thank you. All right. For everyone watching out in the world, you can donate by visiting CSL Visalia at cslvisalia.org or by mailing a check to 117 South Locust Street, Visalia, California, 93291. And for everyone in the room, once you've given your offering, if you'd please come up and join in a circle so we can bless our gifts together. Thank you. We bless these gifts and give thanks for all the good that will manifest. And so it is. Thank you.
All right. So, as we come together, as we do at this time each week, we form a circle. I want you to take just a moment and look around that circle that you have created. And if you're joining us online, I invite you to look at those that you love in your life, even if you bring them to your mind because they're not there with you right now. But look about and be in gratitude and say thank you to someone else in the room today, just with your eyes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you. And as we know, we are in absolute gratitude for the love that is a power greater than ourselves, for that is love. We are grateful that we have music that surrounds us. We are grateful that we have technicians and the internet to be with one another even when we cannot be in person. We are grateful and in absolute gratitude that we have a leadership council that are the stewards of our finances and our well-being. We are grateful for each and every one of them. We are grateful for the administrative folks that do the tasks and call out the daily things that have to be accomplished each and every day. We are grateful. We are so grateful for this faith, this philosophy, this way of living that reminds us each and every day that peace is an inside out job. Peace begins with me, and if I am truly the demonstration of peace, I know and accept that peace is indeed possible. Let there be peace on earth, and so it is. James